This is the mission statement that Bruce Lee wrote to himself before he started his career. I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. Starting 1970, I will achieve world fame. In 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million and achieve inner harmony and happiness. Signed, Bruce Lee, 1969. So how was he going to achieve these goals in just 10 years? Because at the time, Asians were highly stereotyped in Hollywood as submissive and weak side characters. But Bruce Lee was relentless, winning martial arts tournaments, breaking world records, and starring in multiple blockbuster hits. It didn't take him 10 years. With strategic goals, Bruce Lee achieved what would take anyone an entire lifetime in 4 years. In 1973, he became the highest paid Asian superstar in history with an estimated net worth of $10 million. Bruce defied all odds, not by chance, but because of several unique traits common in the reactive brain type that allowed him to get ahead of the competition. We call them Toras, so if you match into this club, chances are you have intense traits. Toras are fire types. Their prefrontal circuits are wired for powerful responses. When Toras believe in something, it's clear they're incredibly passionate about it. Their limbic system, the part of the brain that regulates emotion, is also wired to produce strong responses, which often makes them driven and competitive. And this neurobiology translates into what's arguably the most powerful trait of a Tora. This is because Toras are highly motivated by their ambition. When a Tora is ambitious, they do whatever it takes to get what they want. They naturally approach things with a well thought out game plan. If a challenge seems rewarding, it can capture a Tora's attention for weeks. You can easily get lost in pursuing goals. But with strong ambition, motivation isn't the enemy. The problem is not having enough energy to keep up with it. The biggest flames burn brightest, but they're also the quickest to burn out. A Tora's motivation is relentless. Sure, they go hard, but without breaks, their efforts can be wasteful. They have a tendency to never give up. Toras will stubbornly power through even if they're exhausted, and combine that with their hunger for achievement, it can make them seem like tryhards.
I could do this all day.
But Toras who understand this are able to create an ideal work environment to achieve more than anyone else around them. Just because a Tora has the grit to grind nonstop doesn't make them more productive if the quality of their work drops. This is why Toras thrive in competitive environments where it's clear what needs to be done. They do incredibly well when they set goals and create a solid plan for achieving them. For instance, set an objective for the week and reverse engineer exactly when and how to complete it. And don't forget to schedule in breaks. Taking intentional breaks, even if their brain wants to keep going, can be more productive in the long run. Smart scheduling, task management, and time blocking can be helpful to prevent Toras from overcommitting to too many projects. You can more effectively use that limitless motivation when you're well rested. And consider preparing your meals ahead of time because Toras have a tendency to get hangry. So motivation and productivity are one thing, but something that makes a Tora truly stand out is how well they play with others. Toras are passionate, driven, and go-getters, and that energy can be felt by those around them. They bring structure and purpose. If you've ever felt unproductive or unclear about how to move a project forward, adding a Tora into the mix can quickly get things back on track. But too much ambition can create inflexibility. This becomes clear when we look at how Toras respond to stress. Toras are very stubborn in nature. They set high expectations for those around them that sometimes aren't realistic, and things can get heated when others don't see eye to eye with them. Let's say a Tora shows up with a super productive plan to complete a project quickly, but the other team members just aren't as charismatic and maybe not taking it as seriously. A Tora would feel attacked and maybe even call them out on it. They typically respond to stress with frustration and irritability. Their reactive nature can come out as hot-tempered or even bossy. It's that fire inside.
Will you stop eating? Your best friend is missing.
But don't forget that everyone feels those symptoms from time to time. Just know that your feelings follow the same pattern as your ambition. It comes on strong and needs a second to cool off. But we want to acknowledge these feelings and realize that it's part of our neurochemistry and not let them determine our actions, or worse, harm those around us. In these situations, practice deep breathing and patience to calm your mind. It may feel like you can do everything better yourself, but don't let it burn the bridges around you. And practice empathetic communication as a way to meet others where they are. So now that we understand all of this, let's look at how you can unlock your unfair advantage as a Tora to find work that you love and in the process, increase your earnings. Because when who you are aligns with what you're good at, the money follows. Toras are problem solvers. They learn fast when working towards a goal. They're quick to climb the career ladder compared to other brain types. Society is structured for a Tora to succeed. They thrive on overcoming challenges, competition, and getting rewarded for their efforts. This is why skills in strategy, planning, management, and leadership pair exceptionally well with this brain type. They have a keen eye for opportunities. They're always looking for ways to improve and make big things happen. This allows them to stay on the cutting edge by pushing the limits of what's possible. A Tora leads with inspiration. They set a bar of excellence for others to strive towards. They know that the more clear the vision, the more likely it is to achieve. They do well in work that feeds their competitive nature while also providing structure to stay productive. And because of this, Toras make great founders, managers, salespeople, clinicians, and athletes, where they have the space to pursue their passions. So what do you think? Are you truly a Tora? Don't forget that we all have 3 types of energy inside of us, and there will be times when your Kitsune or Kuma energy come out. Don't put yourself in a box and use this as a guide for self-discovery. Now, what you plan to do with your brain type, that is a much more important question.